18 Cardinal, 18. Ready.
Dive play straight ahead. And he gets him about 3 yards here on the game's first offensive snap.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Come on, set.
Here's a throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Hurt, tag. Cougar 19, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
Ready, go.
Thrown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Hits his running back. And he's tackled for a short gain. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4.
Warriors, let's go now. Panthers.
Back now, pressure coming. It's caught by Wilson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Ready.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready.
Blown back, gets the handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
On the double.
Now nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Dropping back to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Shot. Ready.
He's going to throw this one. He completes it in traffic. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. All set now. 1st and 10.
That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 15.
In the red zone now. And this one is knocked away from the intended target. Good start from the defense here as that incompletion brings up 2nd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Dumps it off to his running back. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit.
He's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles finish up an excellent opening series. And that opening series, you use this word a lot with me, Brock, methodical. No massive highlights, just effective play calling, steady progress until they cross that goal line.
Yep, and to fans and fantasy football owners, might not have been a highlight, but to the coaches, the entire drive was the highlight. A great start. I mean, great start to the game where their offense stayed consistent, operated the plan just how it was drawn up, and found the end zone as a result.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Their own 26-yard line.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Let's go. COVID-19.
There's a dive up the middle. There he goes on the right side. Hits the 20. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys finish off their opening drive.
Sure didn't take long for somebody to get this game off and running, pun intended. But there's a lot of rounds left to fight and punches to be thrown. Sure feels good, though, to be the first one to land that haymaker.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Cowboys start off well to tie things 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Get it. Let go.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
They're throwing it. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Come on. Ready.
Another carry for it. Is on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And he's sacked.
This has got to finally appear. That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't bite.
They're going to try and throw it here. On target to Musgrave. And he's taken down at the 30. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
So
That's it.
At the 30-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They'll have a chance to take the lead here as they line up for the field goal. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this this one. He's sent away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here. 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Moving quickly, trying to get set. They'll throw, 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Sending him on the dive. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Back to the well again. And that's good for a gain of 5. Andrew Makuba attacking to make that stop. And goes to the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 6.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Now, you kind of understand this one, right? Would have been a long field goal in the rain, but instead of trying that, they're going to go for it. 4th down, pass coming. He finds it beyond the marker. And they bring him down around the 34. It's an 8-yard gain. A great call there on 4th down. Keeps this drive moving. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Short pass brought in. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted. And he
had his pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it. Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd down here, need 8 on the play.
Here we go. Go.
3rd and long for him here. And that's going to fall incomplete on the look to his running back, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Aubrey puts it through. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
And they're on 27-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10.
Come on, come on.
They'll work against the blitz. Couldn't find a completion on 1st down. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be 2nd down.
He was defended by Derek Stingley.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Back to throw now. That one's incomplete over the middle.
Just about every play in an NFL game usually has a protagonist and antagonist, a good and a bad. The good there, courage of that wide receiver. The bad, just could not haul it in.
On the jump.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Let's go.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Completed over the middle. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that 1st down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
18, fight in.
Here's the snap on 4th. He's got it to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That is a clutch 7-yard pickup, partner. Pays off the call to go for it there on 4th down.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
They'll run here on 1st down. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Deputy! Deputy Lions!
3rd and long. They're going to throw. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
Dave, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
And he drives this into the pouring rain. And they get to this one just shy of the opposing 30-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
1st down now, ball at the 33. They'll throw to begin this drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you just kind of wait. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Dumped off to his running back. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that fourth down, it's down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure. Let the cover guys go shut it down.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
At their own 42-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
65.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's complete to Musgrave. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
And all he can get is a yard here, bro. It's going to be 3rd down.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready,
From the gun on 3rd down. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
ready,
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
ready.
To throw here on 1st down. Setting up the running back screen. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
70 Timberwolves.
I'll throw it. Finds him over the middle. And he gets this very close to that first. It's going to be 3rd and short at the 35. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that brings up 4th and short.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Now throw for it. They connect for the first. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. They are throwing it again. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And this is brought to a stop up at, say, the 34-yard line there. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Now looking to throw. And that's incomplete. So 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. This is ahead for about 5. Cooper to Gene with the stop. Just 2 seconds left in the half as we get a timeout. One last play before the break.
Set up. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let's go.
They give it to him again. Incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
Ready up.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll come out throwing. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. A nice gain and a 1st down there, Brock, on a throw that most quarterbacks would have shied away from.
You know, tight ends, these guys, about the only position that can make that look routine, fending off a couple defenders, and it's really why, Kate, they're such valuable commodities.
Let's go now. 70.
They send a receiver in motion right.
Check go.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Hand off to the back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 by 6. 18 back.
Throwing from the gun. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
That's what I call complementary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Here we go, here we go. 60 back. Traveler.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he's going to get him 7 there. It's 3rd down coming up.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3.
Ready? Go.
It's a design boot. Completed to his running back. And into the end zone he goes for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys take the lead right away in half number 2. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
A give now from the gun. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
18 Cardinal.
Working now from the gun. Complete out to the right. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So 1st down from the 41.
Ready. Ready.
He's dropping back to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Ready, ready.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
19. Here we go. Set. Ready.
He's going to throw it. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
Almost a completion of the wrong team there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas, when you watch college game to the NFL game, that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Out comes the field goal unit. The Eagles trying for 3. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. On line, but not enough juice to it. That one falls short. It's no good. And the deficit stays at 7.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best phrase, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
To the air on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
And this is going to go for about an handoff on 2nd and short. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking in the booth, I know that play caller is too. There could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the 1st down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
Okay, ready.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down.
Ready.
Setting up to throw. And this one does not go far.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
They'll go play action. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Has room down the left sideline. At the 20. And the Eagles are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown, but still an outstanding return from a defense that sensed they needed the big play.
And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles parlay the interception into points. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Eagles make it 17-all. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's thrown again. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there'll be more interceptions.
There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. As that running back's come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down, he made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
At the 47-yard line.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. He's him on the quick hitter. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. Offense in the hurry up here.
6 yards. And it's
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And 4th and 4 coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return.
at their own 16-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Here we go. Check.
They'll throw it here on 1st. Got for big yards on the right side. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. They get 23 on that one. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. This game remains tied after 3, so we'll decide things right here in the 4th quarter. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Let's go now.
Long back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Going to the ground again on first. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Last run got him 9, so now they need 1 more here on 2nd down.
Cowboy 80. 60. Ready.
Plowing up the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. This time it's a passing play. Intercepted in the end zone. And the Cowboys will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the 2nd half of a 1-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover.
Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. The 30. Gets the 10. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys take a 4th quarter lead. Oh, man, Brock, once that became a foot race, you could have gone ahead and just said goodbye because you were not stopping that play.
He gone. I mean, he's long gone. Not with a full field ahead and one of the longest runs of his career right in front of him. The way he broke that, the only fitting place was the end zone.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys break that tie and now lead by 7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Back where we started, baby. It's 1-4 gotta give it like I give it to my baby. Back like we started, baby.
Shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
2nd down pass play coming. Finds a man right side. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
3rd and just 2 to go.
Stephanie! Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Me.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3-and-outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return.
32-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
1st and 10 from the 32.
Ready? 19 Lions. Back at 60.
Here's the handoff. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Hoping to head in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Throwing the out route complete. And this one only manages the yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
3rd and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80.
They'll throw to begin this drive. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Deron Bland has it. And the Cowboys bring the interception back beyond the 40 before the tackle is made.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Running for the marker on 2nd. Rolling into enemy territory. There he goes again. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they could take it to the house.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point set in through the rain. And the Cowboys double their lead to 14.
Eagles 17.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
After this game, Texas A&M and LSU up next.
Return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Let's go now.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Hits him on the out route. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
First and 10, looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's down to almost... Nope. They're actually going to give him the 30 here. Looking quickly here.
A gain of 26 yards. That's another Eagles first down.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches. But the heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one, where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
They get 27 on the play, and that will set up first and goal. Offense in the hurry up here.
Pioneer.
From the red zone now. To the end zone, but incomplete. Couldn't get it. That's going to set up second and goal. So they fire for the end zone on first down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on second and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming as a fan, as a defensive coordinator. Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. One down left before a big decision to make. Do you continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or are you now forced to put the ball in the air?
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for third and goal.
Cup 19. Panthers.
Back now, pressure coming. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles now within one score in the fourth. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And the pass succeeds. A little momentum builder as they try to dig into this deficit.
I always say about the NFL game, it's a game of matchups. And that time they get the matchup they want, and they go right to it. It's a risky call throwing it for two, but that risk pays off.
He fields it from the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes first and 10. Give now to the running back. And they come through with a big stop there. Got him down for a loss as they keep fighting back here in the fourth. So a timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first to stop this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. Offense to the line for second down. Back to throw. Setting up the screen. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You could see that screen develop as the lineman pull right out in front. Sets up a nice gain. Love to see a running back utilize the big man in front of him.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Cowboys up by 6. So now here's 3rd and 5. He's back to throw. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. Picked off by Quinion Mitchell. And the Eagles have some new life in the fourth.
I'm not when he dropped back to pass, I was surprised they were willing to put it in the air. But how about this defense? They weren't surprised, and now they give their offense a chance to go win it.
Cowboy 80. Ready, right?
Sending him on the dime. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Ready, set.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Back to the well again. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles find a way to tie it late. So it was touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal would... Oh, my word, can you believe it? The extra point is blocked. Up to the races, middle of the field. 40. Into the red zone. And against all odds, they get the block and return it all the way for 2. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
That is a sneaky little play here from the special teams unit. I know you might be thinking, yeah, they lost the lead, but that block, you know what it does? It's kind of like life. We have energy givers and energy takers. And that one just gave a little energy back to the team, even though they're down and now got to fight back.
Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore. But he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on 1st down. Design quarterback run here. Into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. They're drawing up for it. So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. And this winning streak continues to grow as they claim their 4th victory in a row. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.
What a game, man. That's why I always tell you hit the bell, and now we're tuning at the beginning so you won't miss the shit from the beginning to the ending. From the ending to the beginning, you be winning if you watch the shit only from the beginning. You dig? Hey, man. Hell of a game, man. I need to rewind that shit, hit the like button, and help the channel grow. You know? Help the channel grow. If you ain't see how in the end, rewind the shit for more. Hey. Appreciate you, man. You know how we like to say around here, man. 24/7, 365, man. Live, love, laugh, and learn. You dig? All day, 24/7. So hit the notification bell, man, because something else coming up next. College, LSU, Texas A&M. Tune in. Peace. Man, hold on. Did we fix that shit? Hold on. We gotta do this. Hey. They gonna copyright me for that. Hey. The beat is going hard though, but hey, my quarterback didn't do nothing though. But hey, my running back did that shit. Damn, my 15 carry, man. Damn, my 15 carry, man. Hey, that boy is killing that thing. Hey, hell of a career, man. Claiborne had, man. People thought I lost blue to the Giants. They thought I wasn't gonna be able to run. They thought Claiborne wasn't gonna be able to contribute to do the same thing that he be doing on a day-to-day basis, but he He did. He does. Then he continues to do the things that we need him to do. Unfortunately, our passing game was kind of but it was raining hard as hell. But a few men made a few catches, a few key first downs, a few touchdowns. Queenan made some nice first downs, man. Hey, man. It was close. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Hold on. We'll stay here with it. So we can get a, oh, shit. Man, it's like, hey.